Hey y'all, my name's Jen. I'm a health and life coach on a mission to empower women, and this season I call the messy middle. We believe it's never too late to dream your wildest dreams and to build lives freed from the shoulds and have-tos. Here, we talk to ourselves like we do our girlfriends and our sisters and daughters. I will share stories and resources with lots of encouragement and a little bit of tough love to drive you toward action. In this podcast, we talk about everything: career, relationships, motherhood, and health. So grab your sneakers and let's go, because she's wild and freed. Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of She's Wild and Freed. I'm your host, Jen, and I am so excited to have you with me today to talk about seasons. It's fall, y'all, as we say down here in the South, and with seasons comes so many cool things. I love the changes in seasons. It's a sense of renewal, the changes we see in the weather, the changes we see in stores, and even in the things we eat. I love all of it. I even got a 4 seasons tree as my first tattoo when I turned 40. The tree shows all the seasons from winter, spring, summer, and fall, with fall leaves floating off the tree. Fall is my favorite season. Something about the chill in the air, pumpkin everything, and getting back into routines after the summer season. Of course, if you're a part of the world where seasons change are not as drastic, some of this may be a little different for you, but I love the leaves changing colors, the dryness in the air, Halloween and Thanksgiving. It's all very exciting. Seasons can mean other things too. We shift into different seasons of life. From high school to college, from individual contributor to a manager at work, from one job to another, from being a couple with no kids to parents. Some of us may even be experiencing a time in our life where we've gone from being the child to now a caregiver of our parent or parents. And as women, we cycle through different seasons with our cycle, from puberty to motherhood to menopause. There are different stages or seasons throughout our entire lives, and we don't stop once we hit a certain age. My family is going through a new season of life. We are all experiencing this change together, but in very different phases of life. We relocated from the Charlotte area to the coast of North Carolina. My husband started a new job with this move. My son is not only starting middle school, but he's also in a new school district. So he's going to be the new kid, and that's something he's never experienced before. I mentioned in the previous episode that my girls started college. So we are all navigating a new community, new climate, new way of getting to work and school, new grocery stores, changing our address on everything. It's a lot. This season is pushing us into uncomfortable places, and the levels of stress that we are all experiencing have varied from low or more like excitement than stress, but other times we've been pushed to our max. We lived in that last home and community for 15 years. There are a lot of emotions, plus a lot of stuff. I mean, literally. How do we accumulate so much stuff? Okay, but to today's episode, I thought we would talk about the beautiful opportunity we have with a new season. September 23rd is the fall equinox, a time when we experience equal amounts of daylight and darkness. It signifies a time where we settle into routines for school and work. We get ready for the season of holidays that are coming, decorating with fall leaves, hay, pumpkins, and the cooler temperatures. Think about it. Equal light and dark. A moment in time where you can either tip backwards and call off the year saying, I'll start that thing in the new year, or I fell off the wagon with that goal. I might as well call the whole thing off. I have definitely been there and know that feeling of defeat, disappointment, or honestly wondering why I set goals in the first place. Or we can take this moment as we cruise into a new season to tip forward toward our goals and the outcomes, change the narrative, and truly be who we want to be in 2023. So many of us set goals around the first of the year, and maybe we even revisited them mid-year. Now we are approaching the last quarter of the year and have the opportunity to do great things as we reset and refocus on what we really want. I have recently been trying to slow down on my caffeine intake. I honestly use caffeine as my happy drug. It helps me get going in the morning. It helps me finish my workday in the afternoon. It helps me deal with stresses at work, in life, or anything going on. I also really like a morning cup of coffee. I look forward to it. It's comforting. This goal has been really tough for me. I don't like feeling tired. I don't like the feeling of slowing down or resting. Do any of you feel that way sometimes? I envy people who can take naps during the day, who take time for themselves to meditate, sit still, listen to music or journal or do yoga. My wiring for so long has been go, go, go. I've had seasons where I start to create the habit of slowing down. I sit still, meditate with guided meditations. But for the most part, if I sit too long, I start to run through the list in my head of everything I haven't done or that needs to get done, especially on weekends. I work really hard all week at my job, then spend most of the weekend working really hard to get ready to work again at my job on Monday. It's a vicious cycle. So what goals did you set for yourself this year or this month? Did you want to move your body more or try a new type of exercise? Did you have a weight loss goal this year? Did you want to start a business or a side hustle? Did you finally decide this is the year for a change in your career? Did you want to spend more time off devices, going outside or playing games or reading? Did you want to try to slow down, sit, breathe, and just savor the moment? How are you doing on those goals or on that goal? So one of my goals in 2023 was to be more consistent in my workout. So this was my New Year resolution or promise to myself. And consistent is the key word here. I'm one of those people who actually really likes working out. I was on a work call a couple of weeks ago and we were in an icebreaker situation. So how many people love those icebreakers? But they asked all of us to list a quirk. Mine is I can't sit still. I guess I mentioned that earlier. Even trying to sit and meditate, it's just really hard for me. I'm always moving. But I definitely wax and wane with my workouts. I have to admit, I'm actually proud of this accomplishment. I was really consistent with my workouts from February through May of this year. I follow a YouTuber. Her name is Sydney Cummings How to Shell, and she posts workouts 5 days a week, and they're free. They're awesome. They're at-home workouts. Sometimes it's with weights, sometimes it's body weight, cardio, HIIT, all different things. It's really, really fun. But I was doing these workouts, waking up early, doing those with her. Even though it's a recording, I still feel like I'm kind of working out with an instructor. I was also walking my dog most days. But then the summertime happened. I started to sleep in, which was amazing, by the way. Went on vacation. Then I kept sleeping in because my son didn't need to get up to go to school, so I didn't have to get up early either. Then I told myself, I'll start next week. Or I'll start tomorrow. And sometimes it would work out. But mostly I was just putting it off. I fell into old habits. Can any of you relate to that? It's so easy to fall back in old habits, and then it's like, what happened? All of a sudden, you're doing the things we don't want to do. And the thing is, I love how I feel when I'm working out. But not just physically, I just feel more confident and proud because I'm accomplishing something. When I don't move my body, I feel my mental health start to slip. I start eating things I wouldn't normally eat. I drink more alcohol and caffeine. It sucks because once I slip into an old routine and unhealthy habits, it is so hard to get back to the one that I want to be on, where I get up early and work out. I eat healthy. And that flows into a better day. More energy, positive vibes, an overall really good, healthy feeling. And the thing is, I wonder if any of you can relate to this. I feel so much better mentally and physically when I move my body with intention. My energy level is better, my mood is lifted, and I'm happy. My physical body does feel better, and all around, I'm a better person to my friends, coworkers, and family. So with this new season, I am recommitting to being consistent with my workouts. This is the perfect time to get back into a routine as we settle into cooler weather and lots of holidays with food and sweet treats. I want to be active, lively, and happy. I'm also committed to slowing down, which sounds a little counterintuitive, but I want to tune in and slow down when my body and mind needs rest. I want to be intentional with my habits. It kind of sounds like I'm trying to push a boulder up a hill, and some days it will definitely feel that way, but I have to start putting in the reps. What will it be for you? What goal or intention do you want to set in this new season? Whether it's a health goal, personal or professional goal, my recommendation is write it down. And not just the goal, but the outcome. What are you trying to accomplish, or why are you setting this goal? For example, I want more energy by walking 3 days a week for 30 minutes. So you've got the goal, but you also have the outcome. More energy. Or I want to sleep better by replacing my afternoon, insert your caffeinated drink here, mine is Celsius, with water. So again, the outcome is sleeping better, but you're also putting in your goal of less caffeine, especially in the afternoon. So really get specific here. This is really helpful. At least I found that helpful. I found it helpful to write it down, the goal and the outcome. Or if you'd rather use your phone, you can set an alarm and name it something to remind you or encourage you for this next season. The best way to build confidence is to keep a promise to yourself. I'm going to say that again. The best way to build confidence is to keep a promise to yourself. If you promise not to scroll through Instagram while in bed, put your charger in another room or set your phone to grayscale setting at a certain time of night. Have you ever tried that? I think I heard this from Brendan Burchard. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Like, you just don't want to look at Instagram, Pinterest, whatever it is, in a grayscale. Or if you want to walk in the morning before everyone is up in the house, so you can listen to your favorite podcast perhaps, put your clothes and shoes by your bed so there's no obstacles to putting them on when you wake up in the morning. By the way, that's how I imagine you listening to this podcast while you're out on a walk. But I would love to hear from you. What are you doing when you listen in? Tag me or DM me on Instagram or Facebook and let me know. So in all seriousness, what will it be for you? Are you ready to take a step forward towards your dream life? Are you ready to say yes to you and your needs and wants? Don't wait until Monday or the first of the month or the first of the year. Take one step towards your goal. Write it down. Make a commitment to yourself right now. I am so honored to be on this journey with you, and we are in this together. I will continue to show up each week with more stories, tips, and encouragement to gently push you into action. If you need some accountability, please feel free to DM me on Instagram or message me on Facebook. I would love to hear from you. I want to hear what you're starting or recommitting to and why. Because we believe it's never too late to dream your wildest dreams. Stay wild, my friend. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you feel free to take action toward building the life of your dreams. If something in this episode resonated with you, I would so appreciate it if you would text it to a girlfriend so she can hear the message as well. Until next time, stay wild.